Hey friends, it's Miss Nicole here from Moon Township Public Library. Today I'm here in my comfy cozy clothes to do a little bit of mindfulness with my kiddos. So if any of you feel like getting a little calm and a little quiet, we're going to take a moment to learn how to be mindful and kind of check in with ourselves. And we're even going to go ahead and throw in a nice mindful yoga pose. So those of you who like to do a little bit of yoga, a little bit of bending, a little bit of stretching, we're going to do that along together. So I wanted to go ahead and ask you guys what you think being mindful is. What's your mind? Is it on your kneecap? Is it in your elbow? Is it in your head? Maybe? Yeah? Your mind is what you use to think, right? And sometimes our mind can just think and think and think and think and think and think and think that we can't even ever get quiet because our mind just keeps going. So today I'm going to ask you guys to get mindful, which basically means that you're going to go ahead and make sure that you're thinking or paying attention to what your mind's doing. So it doesn't mean you have to get quiet, because some people can't quiet their minds, and that's okay. But you might just notice what your mind's doing, okay? So if I asked you to hold up your hand and shake it, okay? You might just do it because I asked you to hold up your hand and shake it, right? But what if I asked you to hold up your hand and feel it? Like without using your other hand, just feel your hand. What does it feel like? Does it feel heavy? Does it feel light? Does it feel kind of tickly or fuzzy? Does it feel stretched? Does it feel like right now, my hand feels kind of stretched, but also kind of heavy. And it's also making my arm feel a little bit tired, right? Because I'm holding it up. Okay? So, you're just being mindful. You're kind of checking in with your body. Isn't that cool? I think that's awesome. So if you ever get upset or overwhelmed or tired or just not feeling it, if you're just not feeling it, you might want to check in with yourself and try to be as mindful as you can. So one way to be mindful is actually by breathing. Do you guys pay attention to your breathing ever? It's something that we do automatically. That means that every human, when they're born, just knows how to breathe. It's just a thing we do to survive, right? To live. It's necessary. So we don't necessarily pay attention to it. So the way we're going to be mindful today is by doing a breathing exercise. And this makes us check in with how we're breathing, okay? So because we don't normally pay attention to how we're breathing, we're going to pay attention to nothing else but how we're breathing, just for about a minute, okay? So the first way we're going to do a breathing exercise is super fun and super silly, and if you want, you could even get your adult involved. This is my favorite part, okay? So, what you're gonna do is you're just gonna sit up like this, comfortably, okay? I'm nice and comfy. And you're gonna take a breath in for 3 seconds. I'll count with you, okay? I'll show you how to do it and then I'll count with you. So you'll breathe in for 3 seconds. You'll hold your breath for 2 seconds. And then you'll buzz like a bee out for 5 seconds, okay? So I want to hear you guys go just like a bee, okay? So, again, if you want to get your adults involved, I think that's an excellent idea. If you could get the entire house being as silly as you can, every person, every adult, every grandparent, every sibling, okay? If you could get them all going around the house buzzing like bees, being mindful of their breath, that's awesome. Then you're learning something together, okay? And it's just super silly to hear the entire house buzzing. So, I'll show you how to do it right now, okay? So you're going to breathe in for 3. Hold your breath for 3. And then buzz for 5. That's it. That's how you can be mindful with your breath. So how is this useful? This is useful if you're upset, if you're crying, or if you're angry, or if you just want to start paying attention to what your mind and your body's doing. I think that's really, really great, especially to do as a family, right? So I'm going to count for you guys. We're going to go breathe in. 1, 2, 3. Hold your breath. 1, 2, 3. And buzz out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great job, guys. I'm so happy you guys could take a moment to be mindful with me and mindful with your breath, okay? So just to let you guys know that you don't just have to buzz out. You could do anything you wanted when you breathe out. You could breathe in for 5 seconds, you could hold it for 4 seconds, and you could breathe out, I don't know, clucking like a chicken, maybe. I just hit my arm on my couch. You could cluck like a chicken while you breathe out. You could, my favorite is to do dragon's breath, okay? So you might you might breathe in, hold your breath, and then out for 3 to 5 seconds, something like that, and just a big roar, maybe a dragon's breath, like you're breathing fire. You could do a tiger's roar. You could do anything you want. So parents, however you would like to do it. If you would like to breathe like an anteater, have you ever seen an anteater with their tiny little pointed noses? You might try to breathe through a straw, just like an anteater. So maybe you would go, okay? And as you're doing that, however you choose to do your breathing exercises, when you breathe in, your chest or your belly might go out, and then when you breathe out or you exhale, your shoulders, your chest, and your belly go down and in, okay? So sometimes if you just want to be mindful of your breathing, you might just put your hands on your belly and breathe in and out. Close your eyes and go in and out. And you feel your belly go out and in and out and in. I think that's really cool and super helpful if you're upset. I do it all the time if I'm upset or if I'm sad or if I'm mad about something or frustrated, or if I'm just kind of feeling tired and kind of blah. I might just take a simple 5 minutes a day to do some breathing or just sit and be mindful of the thoughts I'm having. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and move on to a very quick yoga pose, okay? This is one of my favorite yoga poses, and it's super simple. It's called the butterfly pose. So basically, what you're going to do, I'm going to scoot back so you can see me a little bit better. Okay, so here are my knees. Here are my feet, okay? I'm going to go ahead and put my feet together, just like this. But I'm going to lay them on the ground. So as you can see, my knees are out like this. I know you can't see my entire body. I'm sorry about that. But you're just going to pull your feet together. So your heels will be together and your toes will be together. Okay, you're going to put your hands on the top of your feet and just kind of hold them on the ground. And then you're going to move your knees up and down just like this. Maybe pretend you're a butterfly about to land. Maybe soar a little bit before the butterfly lands on the flower. So you go nice and slow. Or you might go a little bit faster, like you're fluttering through the breeze. And the breeze is trying to knock you around a little bit. So you gotta flutter a little bit faster. But don't go too fast because you don't want to stretch your muscles too much that they hurt. So if you want to get a little bit more of a stretch in, you're going to take your hands, put them on the tippy top of your feet, and you're going to pull your heels. So this part of your foot, your feet are still pressed together, The bottom of your feet are still pressed together. You're gonna pull them in so that the bottom of your feet is even closer to your body, okay? So then you're not gonna have as much space in between your feet and your bum, okay? And you'll just flutter and put a smile on your face. And if you don't want to flutter, you could just keep your legs like this, close your eyes, sit, okay? And you might just be a little mindful. Maybe you do a little breathing exercise. So I'm gonna go ahead and buzz like a bee, because bees and butterflies, what do they have in common? They love flowers. Isn't that so cool? So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna breathe in for 3, I'm gonna hold for 3, and then I'm gonna buzz like a bee and flutter my wings at the same time, okay? Feel free to go ahead and do this along with me. Very nice. I already feel nice and relaxed. So you might go ahead and after you're done, reach your feet out in front of you. See, my feet are right here. Maybe take your hands, reach them over your toes if you can reach. If not, go ahead and bend your knees up like this so that you can reach your feet. All right? Stretch out your muscles after that, because sometimes they get a little sore. All right? And then maybe lock your fingers like this. Turn them inside out. Stretch your arms. And then give me a big yawn and a stretch. Now I feel ready. I feel refreshed. My mind feels mindful. My body feels stretched. And I feel nice and relaxed for my day ahead. So I hope you guys enjoyed this mindful video with me. That was just a quick 10-minute briefing on mindfulness for kids and families, a quick breathing exercise, and a quick yoga pose that you can do as a family. I hope you really enjoyed that. I hope you guys stay mindful, stay relaxed, and stay calm. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye!